Battle of Leipzig wasn't just a fight, it was a defining moment in history. Known as the Battle of Nations, it brought together an unprecedented coalition of countries to challenge Napoleon's dominance. In this video, we'll uncover how two key strategies turned this massive conflict into the beginning of Napoleon's downfall. By the end, you'll understand why this battle reshaped Europe forever and how it marked the end of an era for one of history's most formidable leaders. The coalition forces, comprising Russia, Prussia, Austria, and Sweden, understood they weren't just facing any army. They were up against Napoleon, a man known for his military genius. To level the playing field, they used multiple fronts and encirclement tactics. Russian troops were positioned to the north of Leipzig, attacking from the north and east. Prussian and Austrian forces were deployed to the west and southwest of the city. Swedish troops were involved as well, but in smaller numbers. Besides this tactic, they also employed a devastating yet effective tactic, scorched earth. As they retreated in the face of Napoleon's advancing forces, they systematically destroyed everything of value: farmlands, food supplies, and infrastructure. By the time Napoleon's troops arrived, there was nothing left to sustain them. Starvation and disease became as much an enemy as the coalition itself. This wasn't a new tactic, but its scale during the Leipzig campaign was unprecedented. With his supply lines stretched thin and local resources obliterated, Napoleon's forces were forced to march further, fight harder, and endure harsher conditions than ever before. This strategy turned the battlefield into a logistical nightmare, weakening Napoleon's army before the first major clash even began. But how did the coalition overcome not just Napoleon's military brilliance, but also his army's reputation as an unstoppable force? How did they dismantle the fear and confidence that had defined his campaigns for over a decade? The coalition didn't just attack Napoleon's army, they attacked its mind. Psychological warfare became a cornerstone of their strategy. By coordinating their forces across multiple fronts, they created the illusion that Napoleon was completely surrounded. Besides this psychological tactic, the Coaltion forces improved their communication and coordination, which was critical in ensuring that their armies could operate together effectively. This made it possible to move troops quickly, respond to changes in the battlefield, and maintain a constant offensive. Imagine being one of Napoleon's soldiers, outnumbered, outmaneuvered, and constantly hearing rumors of reinforcements pouring in from every direction. The coalition's army was nearly 500,000 strong, a staggering figure compared to Napoleon's 200,000 troops. The sheer size of this force sent a clear message: resistance was futile. The coalition also used propaganda to sow doubt and fear among Napoleon's ranks. They highlighted the alliance of nations that had come together to end his reign, painting him as isolated and vulnerable. Even Napoleon's closest allies began to waver, and this disunity spread through his troops. On the battlefield itself, the coalition's superior coordination and willingness to work together highlighted Napoleon's isolation. It was no longer France against a single enemy, it was France against the world. And for the first time, Napoleon's invincible image began to crumble. So why was the Battle of Leipzig the turning point in the Napoleonic Wars? The coalition's use of scorched earth tactics drained Napoleon's resources and stretched his forces to their limit, while their psychological warfare shattered his army's confidence. These combined strategies delivered a blow from which Napoleon could never fully recover. Here's something even more surprising. This battle wasn't just the largest of the Napoleonic Wars. It was the largest in Europe before World War I, involving over 500,000 troops and resulting in over 100,000 casualties. The scale alone makes it a remarkable chapter in military history. The Battle of Leipzig proved that cooperation among nations could achieve the impossible, defeating a leader who had seemed untouchable for years. It was a reminder that even the most brilliant minds can be outmatched by unity and strategy. If you found this breakdown of the Battle of Leipzig insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which historic battle you'd like us to cover next. The story of history's greatest conflicts is far from over.